Hi Prana Boosters. So I wanted to make a video for you tonight called Peace Begins With Me, and I think it's really ironic that I'm doing this video when the governor of California just announced a state of emergency for Los Angeles. I know there's things going on all around the country in regards to May 25th, 2020, when George Floyd was tragically and fatally killed by police in Minneapolis. And I know there's stuff going on all around the country. I understand people's rage, I understand people's frustration, people's anger, but the problem is that we're not really going to get where we want to go by creating more harm and more destruction and more pain and more violence. And I feel like many of us are at home, or we watch the news, or we hear about the news, or we see it on social media, and we feel very helpless. We're just not sure, what can we do? How can we help? And I believe that peace starts within the home. I believe that on a macro level, like on a big level, we have all these huge problems that we have to deal with, but our biggest change can come with changing our own mindset, our own behavior, our own thinking, our own actions, how we treat each other within our own home at first, and then it has a ripple effect out into the world. And I believe we need to acknowledge what's going on, and then we also need to look at what's happening in our world. How are we acting, and how are we reflecting the behavior that we're actually seeing happen in the world? How are we a part of that? How are we participating in that? And I think it's a really good time for us to try to figure out what type of immediate change we can make. So I wanted to kind of share with you something that I learned from Gabrielle Bernstein. She is a thought leader and spiritual teacher and the author of books like The Universe Has Your Back and Judgment Detox, and I absolutely love learning from her. I actually went to a book signing with my daughter when she was 15 last year. We went to a book signing with her, and the things that she teaches and shares is not stuff that we would learn in school, and so I really love that my daughter's learning it. But both of our girls and my husband, we all live in a home focused on nonviolence. This is something that I was focused on since pregnancy, and it's very important to me. And there's many things that I do and many changes that we've made within ourselves and within our own home to make sure that we are using nonviolence in our home, that we are responding and reacting in a way that's nonviolent. One of the things that I have chosen to do is inspire everyone in our family to lead what I call an ahimsa lifestyle. And ahimsa is a Sanskrit word for nonviolence, essentially. Do no harm to any living being. And I actually have a bracelet that I wear, and on it says ahimsa in English. And my necklace that I wear, you can see it if I move it up a little bit, it actually says ahimsa in Sanskrit. And these are my constant reminders. These are things that I do that are reminders throughout the day of how I want to show up and how I want to act. But I've been studying this stuff for years, so I have become the leader of my family, and I have inspired my husband to, follow in my footsteps and to respond to every situation with nonviolence. I believe that we can get our needs met, we can share our feelings, we can have big emotions, we can get angry in a nonviolent way. And I have also studied Nonviolent Communication. This is an amazing, life-changing book. It's Nonviolent Communication by Rosenberg, and I have another book by him called Speak Peace in a World of Conflict. And I just think, especially after what's going on this week, but especially we've been seeing this go on for years and years and years, really the place to start making the changes is within your own home. How you treat your children, how we're raising our families, how we're inspiring our kids to think about handling conflict and treating other people, what they do, what they say, and how they talk to each other. So I really believe that's really important. Gabrielle Bernstein also taught me something that I love, which is a mudra, which is something you can do with your hands. It's an ancient technique, and I love, she teaches this, something you can do when you're upset or you're really, really highly emotional and you don't know what to do and you don't want to react. So you want to find a way to respond. So one of the ways you can calm yourself down is to do this mudra. So she teaches us to take every finger to our thumb and say, peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. You can do this anywhere. You can do it quiet. You can do it in your head. You can do it just down by your side so nobody sees you. I have used this many times when I found myself getting heated or upset about something, or the kids are arguing or something's going on, and I have to calm myself first because I can't help anyone if I don't come to them with, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. If I don't come to them with a sense of, you know, peace and calmness myself, then I'm not really helping. I'm just adding fuel to the fire. So I also like to put my hand over my heart. So I can put my hand over my heart, maybe take a deep breath. These are all things that we can do to bring peace into our hearts. And I love this quote in this book, Speak Peace in a World of Conflict. What you say next will change your world. And it says, bringing about peaceful change begins with working on our own mindsets. So we really have to sit down and do the work. We have to change the way that we see things and the way that we exist and show up in the world. That's really the best place for, I think, for us to start to make a big change that can affect the world outside of us. So I believe that peace begins with me, and change, this peaceful change starts within our homes. So as we watch, we can send loving energy and light and speak up and use our voice in a way that doesn't add to the harm. And I really think it's really important right now. So I just wanted to share that message. And I think it's ironic that it's tonight, because I've actually been procrastinating about making this video. I'm new to making videos and sharing this information. But I think nothing could be more important than actually doing this tonight. So I appreciate you listening. And again, those books I bought are by Rosenberg, if you're interested in learning. Nonviolent Communication. And anyway, reach out to me. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if there's any way that I can help, okay? Thank you. Bye.